Here comes a man in a suit. It's a legend. It's quite cool. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Here comes the man in the suit. It's a legend. It's Brian Grohl. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Here comes the man in the suit. It's a legend. It's Brian Grohl. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back everybody. Happy hump day. Hope you had the humpiest of all the hump days out there. If you humped it up, all the best of them, and just had the greatest day ever. I appreciate you being here. Apologies for any kind of delays. We're happy to have you here as always. Happy hump day. It's gonna be a great show. I'm so excited to have you here. Yeah, hope you had a great week so far. We had a good show Monday. We're back on a Wednesday. It's going to be exciting. And joining me tonight as my lovely co-host, everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control at your creator, host with the most. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control, Miss Angela Kotzel. Angela, how are you doing? Welcome back to Kruse Control.
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, always love those hump days with that middle week going, right?
You got to love the hump day.
Friday, woo!
We're working towards Friday.
The Air Fives.
Air fives.
Welcome to the show.
Peppy's excited to see you. I'm doing well. How have you been? How's your week been?
Oh, you know, little of this, little of that. You know, busy. Running around with my head all the time, but you know, that's how it goes, right? What else? You know, like what's the wonderfulness of life without it being kind of somewhat chaotic sometimes.
I get it. I mean, that's just 2024. That's what that is. That's all that is.
It is, right? Right. Especially after a presidential debate.
I like that smile. Welcome to the show.
All right, Peppy, calm down, buddy.
I know, Peppy. Oh my goodness. I need to hydrate.
Get in there. I'm happy to have you here. It's going to be a fun show. Welcome to your first Hump Day edition. We go a little crazy or something. Yeah, I appreciate.
Well, I'd like to see. Let's see how this Hump Day goes for us on the show. I think we'll have a good
Friday
time.
is really the craziest day. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot, right? Looks like a lot of stuff's happening. A lot of stuff people want to know.
Everybody wants to know.
Everyone wants to know. I know you want to get into it, Brian. But
yeah. I know.
We got the people with us, right?
We got more people here.
Yes.
It's going to be great, Angela. Let's go around the table because it's Wednesday. So there's one person that's usually here on a Wednesday. It wouldn't be a Hump Day. It wouldn't be a Wednesday if we didn't have our resident intellectual himself, everybody, Mr. Mike Casey. Mike, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Brian. Thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor every Hump Day, truly.
Did you hump it up well today, Mike, or what? You have a good day?
Brian, since you asked, I have been having melon problems lately.
Melon problem?
This one in particular, you don't often run into this, right? It was a little bit bruised in the grocery store. It's got real great texture. It's nice and sweet, honeydew, but the flavor is not there. It's just sugar. None of that beautiful melon that I love.
Is that a musk melon? They call it a musk melon, right?
Oh yeah,
I would know as a honeydew.
Is that a musk melon?
Oh, honeydew or musk. Okay.
A musk and a cantaloupe. Is a musk the same as a honeydew?
I think the thing about the musk isn't the musk one orange. Isn't that the difference?
I don't know.
Is that cantaloupe?
There's only three melons. There's only
shows you how much
in my melon game.
Musk melon are like similar, so yeah, we can just roll with it. It's Hump Day, whatever. Do we want?
I think a cucumber is technically a melon, actually. That's my intellectual input.
That's great, Mike. Mike's bringing the melon facts on a Hump Day. That's what Mike does.
It's nice to be here, Brian. I'm thrilled. Hi to everybody out in Kruse Kingdom out there. We appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, we appreciate you as always. But we got more people here. We got one more person. It's Wednesday. He popped in on Monday too, and of course, everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. He hasn't been drinking, I don't think, but the thirsty daddy is everybody. GR Waters. GR, how you doing, buddy?
Thirsty daddy. Love it.
Oh, we can't hear him. Wait, there he is. GR.
Where are you, GR? Are you live?
Hear me again?
I hear you now.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know. You got some look on your face. They look like you're pissed off at the world right now, GR.
He's thinking.
GR.
He's trying to figure out what's going on.
I don't know. GR is here. How you been, GR? You doing good? Oh, GR's having some issues, everybody. Like I said, there was some weird stuff happening out there. GR, maybe a refresh thing for you. I don't know. It's weird. But happy to have you here, Thirsty Daddy. Mike, you can't hear him, right?
I can hear him.
You can hear him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't hear him.
Angela can hear him? I can't hear him either.
No, I can't hear him.
So maybe everybody else can hear him? Anybody else out there in the chat? Can you hear GR? Because we cannot hear him.
GR, are you out there?
GR, are you out there?
Are you out there?
GR, are you out there? Well, thank you all for being here. I don't know what's going on, GR. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, man. Welcome to Kruse Control. It's been a while. But I'm happy to have you all here. GR's to work that up, maybe have them do a little refresh, but we're so happy to have you here. It is Hump Day, but it doesn't matter what day of the week it is on Kruse Control, everybody, because we know there's always a lot going on. It could be a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, any day of the week. There's always one thing going down, everybody, and that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, the very first thing we'll talk about is Health the Musical. Now, this is a real thing. Yeah. They're doing Health the Musical. Top story of the day. Yes, give it a round of applause. It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, everybody. But Health Musical is coming to Broadway. Of course, it's going to be at the Marquee Theater on Saturday, November 9th. That's what's its initial premiere, but the official opening will be Sunday, November 17th, and the engagement will run in through Saturday, January 4th, 2025. And it's got Gray Henson Johnson, the Tony nominee from Mean Girls, running the show as Buddy the Elf. Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? And I'm so excited to see if it's going to be as good as the movie because I love the movie so much. Can this be as good? I don't really know, but I would say that it might dominate Broadway just like Harry Potter has. Maybe. I don't know, but Harry Potter's doing casting, everybody, because we know the Max show out there is coming. Of course, the big reboot, they're doing like 7 seasons of this. They want to do a book per season, which is a crazy thing to do. Yes, Mike, you didn't know about this? Like a book per season. And they're going back.
Insane.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But it kind of makes sense. Like, think about how much content was lost from the actual movies. I love those movies, though. And I get it that it's hard to, like, replicate that magic. But they're going to try to find a way because open casting has started in the UK and in Ireland, trying to find ages 9 to 11 for Ron, Hermione, and Harry Potter himself. All 3 new cast members. That's what they want. Dumbledore, 2 will be cast as well eventually. But they said for the casting, for every role, please submit qualified performers without regard to ethnicity, sex, disability, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, or any other bias protected by law unless otherwise specified moving forward. So we'll see. It could be anybody's game here for these Harry Potter fans out there. I'm interested to see if it will be good.
Only in Ireland and England.
What was GR?
I said only in Ireland and England.
Only Ireland and England. That's it. That's all
Yeah.
they're giving us. If you're a kid, 9 to 11, Ireland, England, and you love Harry Potter, Dumbledore, and you'd be excited about it. You have a chance to make yourself a star for 7 seasons. Get out there on Max, everybody. Or it'll rebrand to HBO. It's going to happen. So HBO, Angela, HBO. I'm not a big, I'm like, whatever, right? Yeah.
Always up with HBO. It seems like, I mean,
Yeah.
not like surprised necessarily, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll all be interesting now at the same time. I mean, this will be something to, I'll probably definitely be, in tune with. So I'm certain you guys will. What do you think? What do you
I
think,
just think
Jay?
there's like, GR.
GR or Brian or whoever wants to chime in. Thoughts?
Hey, as long as it puts more money in J.K. Rowling's pockets, I think we're all happy, right?
Oh shit, Mike. That's
Oh yeah, I'm such a fan of her. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, what is it worth? Like 1.25 billion or something? No, I think it was viewership or something. But like maybe that was for something else. But yeah, she's already she's killing it. I mean, everything with Harry Potter is always like, it's going to break in cash. I mean, yeah, you have to find different ways to, be ingenuitive with all
You're
this
right,
stuff. So definitely this, right? Like, let's do a TV series. How many different movies go into like a TV series? We see a lot
Right.
of
We
that
already had
happen.
the theme park, right? You need a TV
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're doing though. They're taking these big franchises.
Yeah. Mhm.
They're taking these big franchises, like
And that's like remember, film is artistry, right? TV's business. That's kind of how everybody looks at it. TV business and film's artistry. Even though film is it's a business, we all know that, but that's how everybody views it. Is that film is more art, right? That's why you're like it's Oscars. We're talking more art stuff. Like when we're dealing with like more of the networks and stuff, you're dealing with like it's all about cash crop. I mean, it is for everything, but it's more so with when you look at it from an artistic perspective, TV is business because that's ongoing. There's more episodes. There's more potential for money, right? Versus like just a film that you put out. So anytime they can find ways to branch off, make franchises, they're going to do it. So
they're gonna do it. WB is doing it, but Angela, somebody else has been doing it for a long time too. Well, not that long. I would say long enough is Amazon with the Rings of Power, another big champion against WB because again, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, they're all kind of, if you ask me, big cash grabs based off big successful novels. But I said something about Rings of Power the other day. And now Amazon made me put my foot in my mouth because Samba TV came forward and said that the first episode of season 2 had 900,000 views within 4 days. Okay, not that great for something this big. You're talking about millions and millions of dollars they spent on this. Not good. But now Amazon finally came forward and said, well, guys, actually, the first 4 episodes, we had 40 million views. 40 million views. It's in our top 5 highest watched shows of all time. And they never say this before, so they're getting a lot of trash because Deadline came out and said this. Hollywood Reporter, Variety, they were all kind of coming after them, being like, guys, this show is not doing well. But so it was actually one of their head of their studios came forward. Jennifer Selke said this, Amazon MGM Studios head, and she was like, yeah, guys, it's doing really well. Trust in us. We're going to keep making this. So I guess they're saying it's doing great.
I think she's lying, Brian.
I think she's lying too a little bit, GR, but I've been watching it. If you watch it, let me know in the chat, because I do think the season is better. As I said, I think it was Monday, but I do think that this is kind of interesting that you're getting trashed on a little bit in the trades, and then you come forward and say, oh, by the way, we're actually getting like 40 million views. I mean, it's just, to me, it seems like very fascinating. But
when you get on network news that their show's sucking, it's more likely true.
Well, speaking of network news, GR, well, it's not really news, I would say, but Jimmy Fallon's losing a day. If you're a Jimmy Fallon fan,
Good.
They're doing 5 days a week for the Tonight Show. There's some of these shows, Tonight Show, Late Show. GR's hating on Jimmy Fallon. But Jimmy Fallon's been doing 4 nights over the summer hours. That's what he does, 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday, like everybody else, like Jimmy Kimmel does. But during the winter hours, he goes Monday through Friday. And now they're saying when the summer schedule ends, they're going to continue just doing 4 days a week because of cutbacks. Apparently, late nights having a lot of cutbacks. Seth Meyers' show just cut his whole band. Just cut the whole band. Like, oh, can't afford it anymore. So that's what's happened with these shows. Now, Jimmy, it's freaking nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I love late night talk shows. I mean, it's kind of, I know that it's, broadcast is kind of like dying out, but it's, when you think of the streaming networks too, it's like, it's turning into broadcast, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like
Totally.
replacing it, but now you're paying and this is kind of a side note, but like now we're paying all this money for like these different, Hulu, and you know what I mean? When you start adding all that up, it almost takes over the bill that you pay for, like, let's say Xfinity, Comcast, whatever it is, that you have. It's kind of like I'm starting to not really see the point of some of this stuff, to be honest. I don't know if you guys can agree with me. We can probably jump in that later. But it's just something I was thinking tough. But I don't like that
we agree.
I get why they're doing this, because everyone's transitioning to the digital, right? Watching it like later on stream, whatever.
On platforms like this.
Clips the next day, right? I mean, that's all I care about. And then I can hit all of them. Like, there's no way I'm watching them live.
Yeah. But this is not going to go away, because Jimmy Fallon did sign on until 2028 to do this show. So it's not like it's going away. Yeah. This show's been going on forever. It's not like it's going away. They're just looking at cost cutting. I'm like, well, let's go to 4 days. Maybe Jimmy Fallon's like, hey guys, can we just have 4 day weeks? Because 4 day weeks are great for me. Everybody else does it. Why can't I have it too? Right? It could be something like that. I don't think it's a bad
4 day week, Brian.
Oh, wait, can we adopt 4 day weeks?
I said, no, I mean, most people work remote. Well, a lot of people, not most. Some people work remotely like I do. But nonetheless, I mean, there's so many people who don't. So, like, should this go everywhere? 4 day work week?
I agree.
All of them. Corporate America.
I moved down to the equivalent of that, a 32-hour work week, and it has improved my life in every respect. So
right?
Yeah.
Work-life balance.
We get more time to live our life.
Yeah, you got to have a life. So
you want a life?
We want a life. We want a life, GR. I do say, though, for Jimmy Fallon fans out there, I do not say this is a bad omen that there's going to be a show be done anytime soon. I just don't think so. But I will tell you, a bad omen is happening for Good Omen, the TV show, because Good Omens is having little issues over there. Now, if you've been watching this show on Amazon, they're supposed to be shooting their 3rd and final season. They've been pushing forward production. They've been actually shooting in Scotland right now. Well, production has been paused. It's been paused, and at first they were saying, oh, it's due to us re-scripting, which does happen a lot. If you're asking me, that's a big reason that happens. They start shooting. Look at Daredevil. That was happening. Then they came through and said, we're not liking the dailies. We're not like where we're going. Let's stop for a second. This is our last season. Let's regroup. This is not the case. I know this is not the case, because if you look at what's happening, Neil Gaiman, who is the showrunner, the executive producer, the writer, all of Good Omens, now he is actually trying to produce another project with Amazon as well, and that's been shut down before they even started going because of sexual assault allegations that are moving forward with him. Now, he denies them completely, but like 4 men came forward, and they said that, there's all these allegations about him just being disrespectful, touching wrong stuff, like a lot of stuff that you don't want to know about, but they're putting all these accusations out, and he's denying them. Amazon's going back and forth. There's probably some legalities moving forward, and so they said, let's pause the production, and let's pause his other production too. And that's another thing of the graveyard book that he has for his next production. He's a big writer, so he was going to do that, and that's paused. This is paused, but today he said, I'm going to step down from Good Omens, and I'm going to step away. and you guys can keep shooting. So again, he just kind of put it forward that that's why this was paused. Again, a company doesn't want their name attached to something when it has this kind of controversy. It's as if, it's like a scarlet freaking bad letter you don't want attached to your program. And so they're going to shut it down. Look at this. Look what happened with Harvey Weinstein himself. People hated on Harvey Weinstein too. A lot of shows stopped down. And of course, because he was a fucking sexual predator. And that's not even allegations. That was proven in the court of law. And a lot of people come forward. And Harvey, this is probably not good news, but maybe for some people they'll say it's good news. But he was rushed to the hospital yesterday, actually, because he was having chest pains. Now, he just had open heart surgery, and they've been screaming about how he's unhealthy to be in jail. Well, now, after surgery, they said it was successful, took him back to jail over on Rikers Island. Something happened where he started experiencing massive pains. They took him over to Bellevue Hospital, and he's there in critical condition right now. So what will happen with Harvey, I don't know. But they're saying that only time will tell. Again, they keep screaming that he's not doing well. He shouldn't be in jail. But again, this guy does not deserve, if you ask me, any essence of care or forgiveness for what the shit he did. Now, he's a human being. He should be treated. I'll say that. But he's a piece of shit. I mean, that's what I say, at least. And maybe not everybody feels that way, but I still feel like he's a piece of shit.
That's a hot take. You got to save that for the hot take segment, Brian.
I'm probably not alone there. Right, Angela? I'm not alone there.
No, I mean, I went on this kind of a rant last time, but
he's gonna do so much now.
Yes, take care of people. There's an issue there. I'm certain this guy is probably really stressed out, but based on everything going on, and God knows what's going on in Rikers. However, I mean, it's very timely, right? Yes, there's a heart issue, but and it happens to coincide with a court trial. I mean, come on, it's just too opportunistic. It's just, to me, it's like, I see you, buddy. I see you.
Yeah.
Classic move. Didn't Junior? I think Junior did that in Sopranos.
I don't know. What do you guys think? What?
Yeah, I think it just seems.
Sorry, I think that Junior did that move, and I'm rewatching Sopranos. He did it in Sopranos. Kind of faked a health scare to postpone his trial.
Yeah,
Harvey's got one foot in the grave and the other on the banana peel. Can I push him?
GR was waiting for that one. Who could play? Are we talking about a biopic already? Nobody wants to ask about a biopic about Harvey. Is that what's happening in the chat?
No, I hope not.
I wanted to do the biography.
Maybe they're talking about Harvey from the old movie.
I love the old movie Harvey.
Harvey the rabbit.
Have you met my friend Harvey?
So
step onto the casting couch over here.
He's a tall rabbit. He's a tall rabbit. He's my friend.
Okay. So Queen was asking, I wonder who could play him. Who could play Harvey Weinstein, do you think?
Jeremy Piven.
That is some classic Hollywood shade, Brian. I love that.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I mean, probably, but I think you need somebody with more acne scars, a little bit on the face. You can always obviously do
Don't get me started on Jeremy Piven. I got stories.
You could probably find a pit bull, and then just put a human face on it, and just that could be him.
That's
Ain't nobody got time for Harvey Weinstein. That's what I say. He got rushed to the hospital, but somebody else that rushed to the hospital recently is Dave Grohl, because Dave Grohl had a baby. And I should be celebrating, excited about this, but it was out of wedlock. Woof. So
that's not problematic. It's not problematic to have a child out of wedlock, Brian.
It's not. Yeah. I guess it's something. It's not as problematic as Harvey Weinstein.
If you're married to someone else.
Well, the thing is,
tell your mom on you.
Oh shit! Well, so Dave Grohl met his wife back in 2001 at the Marquee Whiskey Bar in Hollywood off Sunset Strip, and he told her at that point, and people are running rampant online about this. Said at that point, I think I just met my future ex-wife, and he even told her that too. And she put his name in her phone, or her name in his phone, as his future ex-wife. Now they've been together since then. They got married. They got 3 beautiful children. They got Violet May, Harper, and Ophelia. And that's 18, 15, and 10 years old. Now Grohl came forward on Instagram, put this post out there saying he had an extramarital affair, and now he has a father outside of his, or he has a child outside of his marriage. He has a father outside of his marriage. He has a child outside of his marriage. But he did say this. He goes, I do love my wife and my children. I am doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn their forgiveness.
Right,
Dave
Dave
Grohl,
Grohl.
Foo Fighters. You know, I got another confession to make. I got another kid. You know, so
I got another kid out of
Very good.
wedlock.
I'm sorry, wife.
I just don't even. It's like, great, you have a good voice, Dave Grohl, but that's just, come on, man.
I love the
Come
Foo Fighters.
on,
I know.
I know
It's like-
Foo Fighters too. But like, I'm not like, if I'm going to be a judge of like character and like their moral fiber, like,
Yeah.
good luck on the apology, friend. 'Cause
He
it's
doesn't
not
have
gonna-
any of that moral fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No.
hope she's
He's
got.
got
I hope she's got a pretty good. Doesn't have a prenup. I'm just kidding.
no. And the thing is, who knows? They're not saying get divorced. Maybe it's a thing because I will say this about him again. He lost his drummer and one of his best friends, Taylor during, and maybe during that whole phase this happened. Taylor Hawkins. I don't know. I don't like to give anybody any kind of like excuse for cheating and infidelity. I think it's wrong. I think if you're with somebody, you should have that conversation that I want to be with somebody else, so I leave you now, as opposed to causing more pains later down. That's what I say. That's at least my philosophy. But Dave Grohl, I think, is a huge talent. I saw Foo Fighters not too long ago. They rocked in fucking Los Angeles. I was excited to see him, and I hope this all works out well for the Grohl family. Another musician in the news right now is Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick Lamar will be headlining.
Woo! Super Bowl
And,
59. I was like 49. 59.
Right, hosted by Apple and also Rock Nation, scheduled for February 9th, 2025 at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Kendrick will rock the stage. I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar fan. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing for some people.
It's a bad thing. Get in there. He's good.
I don't know why. I'm not a big fan. I mean,
Are you excited about him, G?
yeah, GR's excited. All right,
I
GR.
like music, not people talking.
Okay.
Let's talk about this.
So that's a negative, or
And yet, every
Oh,
time I
it's a-
sing to GR, he shuts me down. But he will let me talk to him.
That's
Sure,
good.
it's fun.
Well, there's a difference between a real artist singing, Mike, and you.
I fail to see
Oh,
the distinction.
What?
ooh,
I told
some
Mike,
shit.
you're
they-
getting sassy, G.
Yeah.
Sassy G,
thirsty
that
daddy.
one.
Sassy G can stick for sure.
Brian has told you this
Sassy
yet,
G.
Angela, but did you know Brian married us on his show?
He
What?
Oh, shoot. I wanted to know where that was going.
Yeah, I was like,
married
where we
what?
going?
I signed in. I was going through the layers. Guess what your new last name was? Waters with two
mine?
S's.
My new last name was Krause.
Waters.
know, I was just-
Good.
Funny, because I thought you were joking around.
No, it was a glitch in the Matrix. But GR,
kidding.
calm down, buddy. Calm down, GR. I know you're thirsty, but calm down, man. You know who's also thirsty? All the people out there in Dune world, because there's not enough water. But Dune 3 is moving forward, everybody.
That was
And-
a good segue.
and Denis came forward to talk about this. He's saying this is not a trilogy. If he does the third one, which he's doing the third one, he's doing Messiah set 12 years after. It's a second book, though, he said. So the first two Dune movies are one book. So he said, because that's one book, technically that's one movie, and this will be the second movie. But I mean, I don't buy it. Technically, if you ask me, that's three movies. But he was talking about how he's going to do one more, but that's all he has. He can't keep going after that. He wants to pass it on to somebody else. So he wants to set up some breadcrumbs for another Dune movie moving forward. But as he said, when it comes down to this, he said moving forward, it's a bit more tricky to adapt these books, but I'm not closing the door. I will not do it myself, though. So somebody else will have to take the reins for Dune and make it work. And I think this is a great movie. I can't wait for Dune 3. I know people are stoked about it. And big cast, Josh Brolin, massive talent in here too. And everyone's talking about Josh Brolin too because, again, the Green Lantern show has been a big discussion on top of that too. And Josh Brolin has turned down the role of Hal Jordan. That's right. So if you were excited about him maybe playing Hal Jordan as the space cop, as we talked about last week, it's not happening. So now I'd have to go to the works. Maybe Ewan McGregor. He was supposed to be offered next. Or Matthew McConaughey. All right. Or maybe anybody else out there. Dude is the best sci-fi ever. You're right, Sean. Sean's excited about Dune. Dune 3, Sean, will happen under Messiah, but it'll be a little time along the line. He's still got to work on a lot of stuff, figure out the script. They are writing it right now, but he will not do more than 3 of those. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I love the Dune movies. They're so fucking good. Unfilmable Dune 3.
It's awesome.
or to find out they're unfilmable. People are saying unfilmable. I don't know about that, Jack. I feel like it is filmable, but that's what Denis was saying. It gets harder and harder to actually put these on tape. So we'll have to see if it does work out for them. But I'm excited to see where that goes. The Green Lantern too, I'm excited to see what they've cast. I think this would be some good options out there. Maybe we get Harvey Weinstein to play Green Lantern. We don't want that shit. We do not want that shit. Maybe Nick Cage. I'm always pushing Nick Cage. Nick Cage is a fucking man. Put Nick Cage as like space cop, give it to me, because he's also playing a Spider-Man cop in Spider-Man Noir. And now we know that Brendan Gleeson is attached to this too, to play a mob boss, a New York mob boss in Spider-Man Noir. If you don't know what this is, as I talked about on the show before, it's like 1940s Spider-Man, black and white. Nick Cage is a detective Spider-Man that's trying to solve the case. He was in the Across the Spider-Verse movies, Into the Spider-Verse movies as a voiceover talent for this, but now he'll be doing it live action, being pew, 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 Spider Cage. And of course, we got Brendan Gleeson coming in to be his Spider bitch. I don't know who's going to be in this movie.
That's McGonagall from Harry Potter, right?
Dude, fuck yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. He's great, man. He's awesome. He's an awesome actor. He really is. I'm really excited to see what he brings. I'm all about this whole project. I know there's a lot of drama going about this project too, saying it's not going to happen because the showrunners who also do Across the Spider-Verse and the Spider-Verse are having issues with Sony, but they're saying is moving forward, we're getting casting notifications. I think it will be fine. But Mike's more excited about that Turtles Museum that's opening up, everybody. That's right. TMNT Turtle Power is happening. New Hampshire is where it's going to be. And you're probably wondering why New Hampshire, because that's where it actually started. The people who wrote Ninja Turtles were two men, Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman wrote it back in the day, sharing a house in a small coastal city called Dover, New Hampshire. And at that point, they wrote this. They had no idea to blow up to be this big sensation, but because it has now, the city of Dover at Dover's Woodman Museum has unveiled that they will release this Ninja Turtle sanctuary for all fans to come to and respect their turtle power. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news.
When you say turtle sanctuary, that's not like exactly what I have in mind.
Hey, man, save the turtle.
I know. I didn't know it was like Dover. What,
New Hampshire, yeah.
No, yeah. That's
New England.
An interesting little tidbit of information, I will say.
Yeah.
Who
would
knew?
have thought?
Who knew that Shredder and what was the rat? What was the rat's name?
Splinter, of course.
Splinter, yeah, and Krang.
Oh, Splinter, gosh, yeah.
Who could
The
forget
turtle
I used to
Splinter.
love like Michelangelo is like probably one of my favorite ones.
Number one.
Yeah, this will be interesting. We'll see. Are you guys gonna go visit? You want to go see?
I'll go.
This museum? Yeah.
If I'm ever in a
make
small town called Dover, New Hampshire.
Any chance to go to Dover, New Hampshire, I'm down. So,
I think
whoever's
that's a road trip for Kruse Control for content. Film the whole thing, visit the Turtle Museum.
Film the entire road trip, and we can we'll pick everybody up along the way.
And we'll do it in the turtle van too. Rent the turtle van. We'll have lots of pizza and all the pizza.
I'm gone. I'm quitting my job right now.
We're gonna dress as your favorite turtle.
Right? Pizza?
Yep. That was it.
Dinner, right? Just
that's all.
pepperoni pizzas like every day.
That's all they wanted. No pineapple, right? I think that's what they said. Oh, no pineapple or something like that.
Pineapple
go on pizza.
Yeah, nobody wants that. But people do want some hot takes. So now it's that time to put 1 minute on the clock for all my guests to have their hot takes. Let's do it. All right. Now it's, whoa, that's some weird noise. GR, is that you?
I didn't do nothing. I'm just saying.
Anybody hear that? It was like the weirdest kind of noise I ever heard in my life. It was like, dude, Paul, I love Secret of the Ooze. Fucking great. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Anyways, now it's time for some hot takes. This is that time for 1 minute on the clock. And all my guests and my co-hosts to give me their hot takes on all this breaking news. Now it's like 12 topics tonight. Can they make for the bomb blows up or will they not? It doesn't matter. Come on, guys. We're having fun. It's up to you to decide who wins hot takes. So vote, and tell us who you think will be the hot take master for this Hump Day edition. Yeah, Hump Day. Hump Day. All right, Angela, what do you think? What was that, GR?
Oh, I'm gonna toss to Mike. Mike on this one. He's starting out. Blow it up, Mike.
Mike's getting it first. He got that.
Does this look ready?
Yeah, put your melon down and start.
Never, never, ever.
He's the
Grab
melon
some
master.
Get some of your melon. You got a water bottle behind you. Take a swig.
I'm ready. I'm excited. Actually, those are fun topics. I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to
I
win.
have to remember what they all entailed.
We lose our host.
I think we did.
Yeah,
He's
Brian's gone, I
working in the
guess. I
back.
don't know.
I think it's the
So,
program because it froze me out twice.
yeah.
Now it froze him out.
Well, okay. So what is it? What we got?
Oh,
I'm frozen. I am totally frozen in here. So
No,
we got to go
you're
with
doing
our
fine.
hot takes. And do.
We
Is
can
your-
count
do you
you
have
down,
your-
Mike. We can count to 60. I think.
Can you
He
can you
does all
see your
the-
questions, Mike?
All the background stuff. I could do it, but he's got to get there's the ticking and the bomb, and then it does a Super Mario theme when it speeds up
can
at the
do, like,
halfway point.
Tick 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 tick. I can improvise. Tick 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 tick.
And I can do the
Do
boom.
this, and then I'll say, "You're done." I can put 1 minute on my clock.
That's too quiet. It's more like boom.
Well, I
Super
can do that.
He's back.
You
I
can
knew-
always
I knew it.
improvise, you guys.
And I can see everybody. I can hear and I can see everybody, but nobody can hear or see me. I have no idea why.
Okay, you
It's this
blacked
program
out.
today.
We were just chatting, anyways. So
I was just right there. It's so weird. Well, Mike, is that melon still warmed up or what?
Nobody wants warm melon. Keep that shit in the fridge, dog.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
Mike.
ready.
Take
I'm
that
ready. My
cool
melon is
melon.
ready.
Turn that son bitch sideways. Get ready
Cool
for your hot
melon.
takes. Give it, Mike. Hot takes in 3, 2.
Oh, bringing that cool melon flavor. Signing a 9-year-old to a 7-year Harry Potter contract is criminal. I thought Brian said Alf musical at first, and I was really excited for a minute there. Love and prayers to Harvey Weinstein. The devil's calling you home, buddy. Good Omens Season 2 was awesome. It's sad that Gaiman's a creep. It's a friggin' bummer. Yeah, you can't blame Dave Grohl. He needed a baby for the album cover of Nevermind 2. Kind of a deep cut, but it's our demographic. Loving the comic book noir stuff. Can't wait to see Nick Cage as a 30s gumshoe. Still holding out for McConaughey in the Green Lantern role. Villain Wave, you can't make Dune movies forever. So I'm happy with the 2. Ninja Turtle Museum exhibit. 9-year-old Mike is busting right now. Kendrick Lamar at Super Bowl. Yes, please. He's got some social awareness that we need on that big stage. Tonight Show down to 4 days. Come on, it's been done since Conan left.
Was that all of them, Mike? Did you get it?
Yeah, I think I did. Not that.
All right.
Conan wasn't on.
Congratulations, Mike.
Conan wasn't on the Tonight Show, but he was a late night host. And when he left, yay, did it. That's 12. 5 seconds a topic.
Great hot takes, Mike.
Thank you.
Great hot takes.
That felt good.
I'll give you a round of applause. But Mike, I don't know if that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to beat, man. It's gonna be hard to beat. That's all I gotta say. Can anybody beat that hot take master, Mr. Mike Casey? That's the question. Oh, Elf needs a musical. You're right. Elf definitely needs a musical. I would be all about that shit. Like, why not? He's like the
Right.
perfect person for a musical. You can talk about his alien dreams and how he's not liked or appreciated anymore. It'd be about him coming back.
I would cast Alf as Harvey Weinstein in the Harvey
Oh,
Weinstein
shit.
biopic.
Yeah. Oh, that's a heavy one. That's a heavy
probably
one,
not.
Mike. That's a super heavy one. Okay. All right. Great hot takes, Mike. Excited to see what else we got here. Angela, are you going to go next or are you going to throw it over to the thirsty daddy himself?
I mean, I guess I can go.
Enthusiasm.
I mean, I'm just gonna go fast. I don't even know. So whenever you're ready, hit that little thing. Hit the timer.
Okay.
Hit the.
Let's get going. Let's get going. All right, Angela, get psyched, get stoked, get sophisticated, get those hot takes going. Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Okay, Elf musical, absolutely one of my favorite movies. Can't wait to see that little adaptation. It'll be great. Harry Potter, always need to see a new series come and how they change that all around from the films and the books and all that good stuff. Thumbs up. better news for Rings of Power. I just love the show, and I want to watch more of it and can't wait to see more of it. So anyways, moving on. Hate the fact that love and hate the fact that they're dropping the Tonight Show 4 days a week. Good Omens. Don't really care too much about it. Harvey Weinstein. I hope you have another heart attack. Dave Grohl. You're out, buddy. You're out. Tim Lamar, yes. Love you for the Super Bowl. Dennis for the Dune situation. I want to see the third one. Grohl and passes. Can't wait to see McConaughey or somebody else in there. Spider-Man, whatever. Ninja Turtles. Let's do a road trip there. All of us. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
And she got everybody great hot takes!
Look at the I got a little wild. It's okay. It happens.
Hey, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Got a couple of dilly gaps in there.
Well, I think it was awesome. Congratulations, Angela. Great hot takes. Great hot takes.
Marvel.
Yeah,
It's what you're gonna get. Sorry, it's all you got. It's all I got right now. All my brain power is operating at like low capacity.
That's perfect for this show.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Wayne.
it's fantastic.
Thanks, Jack.
Thirsty Daddy, how you feeling, buddy? You feeling like you got some hot take action in you? You think you got this on you? What do you think?
Well, the beautiful one has put me to shame, so I'll have to try to step up.
Oh,
All right, GR, I believe in you. I always believe in you. You won on Friday. Maybe you can win today again. Who knows? Or maybe it's not your day, but you know what? We'll find out right now, GR. Get sassy, sexy, over the top, rub that head for good luck, and get in there, GR. Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Hot takes.
To be better than the movie. Potter casting only in the UK or Ireland? Nah, it should be everywhere. Rings of Power, it sucks so far this year. Tonight Show on down to 4 nights, that's simple. There's no Johnny anymore. Good Omens, another sex scandal. What else was new? Harvey, I'll push you off that banana peel, buddy. Grohl, you better pray your wife doesn't have a sharp knife. Kendrick Lamar, who gives a shit? That's a definite delegate. Dune 3, there was only 2 books, but 3 movies, maybe 4, who knows. Josh Brolin, have Matthew do it. Casting Noir, leave some good at it, and I'm ready for the road trip. We'll go.
Is that it? You already got them all?
That's it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, great hot take, GR. Congratulations.
System now?
It's honor system. Hey, Mike.
You doubted me.
The Parched Papa. Leave him alone. Great hot takes. Great hot takes across the board. Great hot takes. I gotta tell you, the system's working really weird tonight.
What's Dilligaf again?
GR,
yeah. Do I look like I give a fuck?
That's does he? Does he? That's the question.
I really was Dilligaffing, huh?
Not a couple.
Still a gaff happens. I'm starting off the year, everybody. Let us know who you think should win hot takes right now. Out to the chat. Vote away. Yeah, let's go around the table a little bit. We got a few minutes here. We're not going to spend a lot of time. We're already a little behind today. But we know Harvey. We're not excited about Harvey. We're not excited about Harvey at all. Dave Grohl, Kendrick. Okay, Angela, Dune. So you were saying you're excited about Dune. Is this something that you think that another director would like to take the helms for and take over? Is there somebody that you could see doing that?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, everything's always, it's TV, right? It's film. Sorry, it's film. But I think, there's always a hungry director ready to move in for the kill, don't you think? I love Dune. I've watched obviously the last 2. They're long films, right? But I'm all about it. Like, who could I see doing it? There's names percolating, but I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I mean, you got Denis. Maybe something like Christopher Nolan could take over. That'd be interesting to me. Maybe it becomes like he does 3 more under Nolan's, or maybe you take somebody like that's just like different, like somebody that hasn't done it.
Maybe like Greta Gerwig or something. Maybe a female, right? Let's get some female action there. She's amazing. She is really great.
That might be amazing to have a different perspective like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think like we should put some, there's tons of female directors out there, so why don't we put some in the hot seat, put them in, get them in some, opportunities like this. Like there could be, and besides Greta, there's tons of other like great female directors. So why don't we throw them in there and, let them do their creative work.
Let them get in there. Just have fun in that sandbox.
Yeah, right? I mean,
that was a dude.
Like it's a Timothy Chalamet and stuff, or what? Like he'd probably be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chalamet's going nowhere. Chalamet is Chalamet.
Don't say that, bro. You can't say Chalamet's going nowhere.
He's going nowhere, Mike.
He's going into the stratosphere, my man.
Somebody's touched my.
It'll be there, Brian. Somebody's got to ride the snake.
GR, you're getting a little sassy, sassafras, sassy pants. I don't know what's going on with you, GR.
Didn't he ride the snake in the movie? I mean, come on.
He does ride the snake. He does ride the snake, GR. It's a true thing. That's it's gonna be hard to translate.
Sarcastic. I was being honest.
Yeah. Mike, do you see any world where Harry Potter can succeed as this TV format, or is it gonna be like one season and the fans are gonna be mad because there's a lot of controversy with I almost said Tolkien, which is crazy. I got Tolkien on the mind. Instead of Harry Potter. So.
Same diff. It's all dragons and nonsense. Yeah, pretend bullshit. Like who cares?
It's
the exact
true.
Same. It's a giant worm. That's a dragon. Like it's all just fucking dragons, Brian.
Do you see a world this is gonna be like super successful to get to 7 seasons, or was it ambitious to announce that early?
I think that to say 7 seasons, that's some audacious shit right there. Like, has that ever been done? You just announce, okay, I'm going to be working on this for the next decade, like, and just presuming the money is going to be there. Maybe if you've got a franchise this popular, maybe you can prognosticate that successfully. It seems insane to me. Mostly, Brian, I'm just concerned about these children they have signing up for the roles. Like, they're kids, and they're going to be adults when they get out of this contract. Like, they're just being plugged into a media machine by their parents. So I just hope that they have a nice school. They can go to, like, Hogwarts school
adjacent
during the show. Adjacent, yeah, in the trailer.
Yeah, adjacent.
Maybe it'll be good.
Yeah. Mike, the thing is, you hear about those, like the original Harry Potter stuff, like those kids signed on too. Daniel Radcliffe, like they signed on for years too. So it's the same deal. They're like, we're going to lock you in.
They seem pretty dang well adjusted, the main 3.
Yeah, they seem like it, but you know what they're like behind the closed doors though, Mike.
What Rupert Grint gets up to in that ice cream truck? Oh my god!
It's fascinating.
Nice. It's nice. There's no darkness to these guys. They've had their struggles and they came through in the light. I'm sure.
Yeah. GR quickly. So Spider-Man Noir. No, that one's fun. Green Lantern. Who's your Green Lantern choice? We don't have Josh Brolin. Who's your choice?
I go with Matthew.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
I can see he's a space cop. I can see him as a space cop. I really could. I mean, like, why not? He'd be like, all right. I got this magic ring. It's going to be great. It's going to take people down.
I just thought, who's really good for it? You, Brian. You'd be great.
I would love to, but I feel like they want. I'll take any role I can get, honestly.
Should we put you in as like a kind of like the Paul Rudd lookalike?
Yeah.
Like
I'm growing the cop stash already, so I'm getting it. So I'm getting the cop stash, and then I get 5 o'clock shadow with it. I'm ready to be a cop. Let's do it.
We'll get you a cigarette
you are
flask,
kind of getting a 5 o'clock
38
shadow.
revolver.
I'm letting this grow a little bit more. I'm gonna let it grow. I'm gonna try it for a little bit. Something different, as always.
GR could be your sidekick.
Yeah, we'll call it Thirsty Nights. Thirsty Nights.
I see you got that flavor saver, Brian. You're looking like you do swashbuckling on the weekends.
I'm working.
Eating melon in the background.
It's got to go a little fuller. It's a little thin right now.
It's gonna take a couple weeks. Give me a couple weeks, everybody. It'll be okay. It'll be good. It'll be good. Hey.
Voice, Brian. I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
Peppy, I look good though, right, Peppy?
Shut up, motherfucker.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
What did Peppy say?
He called me a sharp motherfucker, so I appreciate it.
Might didn't make it over the air.
Yeah. Hal Jordan. I'd love to be Hal Jordan. That'd be freaking great. Peppy, Hal Jordan for me. I can do that, man.
Peppy.
All right, man.
crazy.
Peppy's a little arrogant, angry. But anyways, we do have a winner of hot takes, everybody, and I'm super excited right now because it's Hump Day. Of course, I'm excited. Wednesday, we're halfway through the week, and we have a winner, and our hot take master is amongst us right now. So here we go, everybody. You voted, and we do have a great winner. I'm excited. Here it is. Here we go. And the winner of hot takes for this Hump Day edition is
Mike.
Angela. Congratulations.
Oh no! What? Thank you so much. Oh, you're
You called it
people.
right.
I don't know what to do. Do I take a stand ovation? Bow? How do you wonderful people?
You can do whatever
That
you
was
want.
like
I mean,
a bomb. I'm sorry. That was a epic bomb. Like Mike definitely nailed this one for sure. And so GR,
The audience can't be wrong.
yeah,
Equal
Peppy.
toss-up, but I love you. Yes, you're beautiful people. Thanks, Jack. You're amazing.
Peppy, how'd she do? Peppy, did she do good?
Outstanding,
Peppy.
baby.
Peppy says outstanding. See? Well, great hot takes. A round of applause, everybody. Congratulations, great hot takes. Happy Hump Day. Always fun. Something that's not so fun though, because we do get serious once in a while on Kruse Control. We have a blast. We get serious. We get down to the nitty gritty once in a while. And one thing that's going down, we started talking about last week, but this Lincoln Park thing is developing more and more and more. And I feel really bad for Chester's son. So can we talk about Lincoln Park fast? So as we were starting to talk about last week, Lincoln Park is back. That's right, Lincoln Park is back. Now, Chester passed away 7 years ago. He committed suicide. Very unfortunate. It was really bad. We talked about it, a long time. It was last week about this too, about the reformation of the band. Well, Jamie Bennington, who was Chester's son, has recently gotten a lot of death threats online. And why? Because he's been speaking out against the band. Now, the son of Chester, this is Chester's son, his biological son, came forward and he said, but first of all, he's upset about how the band was formed and having Emily Armstrong come in and hiring her because of her connection to Danny Masterson. So she was really good friends with Danny Masterson and big into Scientology, and he thought it was wrongful for this to happen to replace her with his dad, and talking about how the whole band is just destroying his father's legacy. He said overall, he goes, I'll read you what she said. They said, I'll find out exactly what he said, because I want to make sure I have this quote. They didn't come to me with this announcement. They didn't ask me how I felt. They didn't even offer me a ticket, he said, when it came down to it. And he said they erased my father's life and legacy in real time by introducing Linkin Park's new lineup. Okay. I get that. When he said this online, the fans were coming after him. Death threats. And he said, you're coming over to my posts and my live streams and telling me to kill myself, that I'm awful, that my father doesn't appreciate me. What are you talking about? You didn't give a fuck when he died. If you did, you would understand what the problem is. You would understand why this is all wrong. I do, because I'm his kid. Now, again, I said last week, I don't think it was a great idea for Linkin Park to come back together. It's not the same. We had this whole debut where they just had sing along with the crowd. I hate singing along with the crowd, guys. I get it. It's nice once in a while. But if you're performing at music, Mike, I'm at a concert. I want you to sing that song. I came here to hear you sing it, to hear that rendition. I might sing along. I mean, I know a lot of bands like Dashboard Confessional thrive on that shit. That's great. But the man died 7 years ago, and you put breadcrumbs to start this band up again, and it's just not Linkin Park. And I get it. You guys want to work. Form a new band. That's regardless of that shit. You guys make your money, but if this is happening to his son, this is fucked up. The band needs to address it. We need to discuss this and stop this and nip this in the ass right away, so that this kid doesn't have to fear for his safety. And he says he is fearing for his safety. And he said if something does happen, it's on them, which is horrible. Then again, there's toxic fan base out there all the time. That's what it is. That's the world we live in. Internet, there's keyboard warriors, as we call them. It's going to happen. There are big fans of Linkin Park. There are. I just think that what you're doing here, you're bringing in the Scientology thing, you're saying what you hate about it, have your criticism. They should just talk to the family that they were going to do this. But again, Do they have the rights still? We don't know about that. Does Jamie have any kind of rights to this whole Linkin Park band? Probably not. Not enough that they can actually stop this from happening. That doesn't matter if you ask me. Bands are going to come back together. Maybe they should have done a solo career for a long time before reforming. I think stop the hate. Leave this kid alone. He's lost enough. Chester had like 11 kids or some shit, guys. He had like so many kids. If you go online, I think it's like 6. He had a lot of kids. And to commit suicide when you have that many kids, there's got to be something psychological happening. And then I don't know how that affects that family, having a big family like that, but I would say this at the end of the day, that sucks bad enough. To get spoken to by the fan base too like this has to really hurt this kid. And please leave him alone. Just leave him alone. He can have his grievances. He knows his father. You don't, guys. They actually, fans were actually saying, your father would be mad at you for what you're saying. That's messed up. I just think it's messed up.
I agree with you, Brian. I don't think it's right. I mean, this is, the decision to have, the gal, what's her name? Oh my gosh.
Emily come in. Yeah, Armstrong.
Emily, having Emily Armstrong come, and her connection, I can understand there's some, issues with that because you always, usually before you bring people in, like this is kind of what PR people are known to do is make sure like people's backgrounds kind of, they're not going to kind of obtain this kind of backlash and stuff. Like this is what, we do in PR. Yeah, you've got to vet them, right? Making sure that they're going to be a good fit. You're probably going to keep it like, keep the issues and, like this down to a minimum because you don't want to have brand reputation management stuff. So someone's obviously going to come in and try to help, clean this up. But yeah, it's obviously gotten a little out of hand. So nobody should be getting death threats though. And I think that's definitely over the top. So definitely never telling you to kill yourself. Are you kidding me? People are just, these trolls and need to stop saying things like that to people because mental health is a real thing. People need to acknowledge that, right? Like we know that, and it's a big deal to say things like that. So, and I know we all talk about, and we say things about maybe like Harvey Weinstein and stuff like that, but like, I feel like for people in life that are pedophiles and rapists, I don't have much forgiveness for you. Like, sorry, don't. Actually, sorry, not sorry. I just don't. So if you're that kind of a person, I guess, I don't know. That might be my exception.
They're dirtbags is all they are.
But the trolls will do that all the time, Angela. You're right. The trolls just get out there, and that's what happens. And people will attack somebody without even knowing what they're going through. That's just what we live in. It just is. Yeah. And I get it. Like we're on YouTube. We understand. There's a lot of trolls on YouTube. There's a lot of people that will hate on you and people that will love you. I get it all the time. I understand. People hate on me sometimes. They're talking too fast. People that hate on me because there's fine ways. They'll make fun of my hair sometimes was too tall. They made fun of my hair one time. I'm like, why are you making fun of my hair? Because it's not in frame. I'm sorry. I'm like, leave my hair alone. Not to make it lighthearted about this, but I'm just saying this is the world we live in.
What did my hair do to you?
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Probably jealousy has.
Maybe GR. They could be jealous of my hair. You never know.
You do have good hair, Brian. So
well, thank you. Applause for my hair. I'll take that.
Get your finger away from that button. Back it off.
Players are gonna hate,
They're gonna hate.
Young man
I have good hair too, so.
How many kids does he actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he has like 6 kids. And so he's got a lot of kids and he's got a big family. I just feel bad for the children in this situation regardless. So I'm going to lean towards them a little bit, especially what Jamie's saying, like how he's so affected by it already. And you're right. People are going to hate on people and it's just not called for. But Linkin Park coming back, I guess these guys got to work. They got to work, right, Mike? So do you think that's a good enough thing for them to come? That they probably love each other. They've been together for years. They're a very successful band, very successful. Should they have this opportunity or could they have handled it differently and still move forward to bring the band back together?
I actually appreciate that question, Brian, because I do on some level have mixed feelings about this situation. Because if you want to get back together and make music with somebody, whoever it is, like if you're getting together and making art, like even if it's crass commercial, which I have no idea about these guys, but like getting together and making art is great. And I don't really, even if you, hook up with somebody with kind of a shady past, like, I don't know where we come down on that stuff. Certainly it doesn't give these trolls recourse to come hassle this kid.
The troll toll, man. You got to watch out for the troll toll.
Got to pay the troll toll, Jamie. Sorry, because it's interesting. This story kind of goes back because it was Cedric Bixler Zavala, who's the lead singer of Mars Volta, who kind of blew up Emily Armstrong's spot because she had been defending Danny Masterson, and Danny Masterson famously had sexually assaulted Cedric's wife. And when they went live about that information, they were incredibly harassed by Scientology. They had someone killed their dog, allegedly. I'm saying that to cover my ass. I mean, that's what happened. Their dog got poisoned. Who did that? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious how that happened. Emily Armstrong came out. She said right away, she said, I'm sorry. I was wrong to support Danny Masterson. That was mistaken.
Yeah, she did.
So she did that right away, and I have no way of knowing where she's at. And this is kind of complicated by the fact that if you're in a religion like that, a high control group is what they call these, then it can be hard to, if you want to still like maintain connections with your friends, with your family that are inside an organization like that. Sometimes when you distance, you do like a soft distancing, not a hard, not calling it out, not saying L. Ron Hubbard is the Antichrist, like, because that'll get you completely disconnected. So I kind of sympathize with even somebody who's leaving an organization, doing kind of a soft pedal out. And even we're talking about, people with shady histories that are also involved in Scientology. I shouldn't do this. Don't come after me, Scientology, please. I am nobody. Neil Gaiman too. He grew up as a Scientologist. He did the same soft pedal. He never really like outright disavowed it. He says, I don't really do that now, but like he wanted to maintain his connection. So, I mean, I guess the theme that's carrying this together is like harassment. Like, don't harass
harassment.
This kid. Like he's upset with your choice. He can be upset with your choice, and particularly like, using something that's so triggering, like after what happened to his dad too. Like, you can't give any credence to that kind of nonsense.
No, and Emily did come forward what you said, Mike. She said she did not understand the seriousness of the allegations. And that's why she was supporting him before. But then she said she said it after the fact. Of course, the same thing happened with Ashton Kutcher and all that. That's like a side story of this whole thing. That's like what he was upset about, of course. But then the fans attacked because they love Linkin Park and they wanted to hear probably all these hits again and be back on tour. And there's probably a new generation that's also falling in love with them too. Just like we talk about how Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit is doing so great right now because Gen Z is on top of that.
So Gen
the
Z
same
is
thing.
all on top. They're all on top of Linkin Park. They're all on top of Limp Bizkit. Are they like putting spoilers on their Dodge Neons and wearing like giant cargo shorts and driving down to the beach,
so.
Brian? Because this is what they used to jam. The kids with the Dodge Neons with spoilers would be jamming down at the parking lot when they congregated in the evenings.
Yeah. Did you used to listen to Limp Bizkit? Did you hear their like old school, like all their stuff before?
You couldn't avoid it.
I used to. Yeah.
Exactly.
I never saw him live.
I avoided it, Mike.
GR, yeah, you might have, but like it was all over the place. GR, they were big. They were big. Like Rolling was huge. Of course, the chocolate flavored water, hot dog flavored water, and all that. It was big.
Okay.
But nowadays, I wouldn't think so.
I think there's two things here. I mean, one, the young man has suffered from his death. I've got a friend that committed suicide, so I know what it's like a little bit.
Very
The
hard.
people that are left behind are the ones that suffered, not the guy that kills them or girl that kills themselves.
Yeah.
But that's one thing he's dealing with. Plus, from the music standpoint, if it was done in a male voice and now you're going to do it with a female voice, I'm sorry. I don't think she's got the voice down here. If that's what, I don't know what his voice was like.
Yeah,
but I don't think she's the same pitch. So
I think her screaming is good.
Well, it'll be a higher pitch, but what I'm saying is that the songs are not the same when you've got a different lead singer.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Chester GR was such a big part of that band for the actual sound of it. Of course, not all the instruments, but the actual sound. Like main singer, everyone knows his voice. He would piggyback back and forth, but for the most of the songs, it was him. And then when they're doing the live performance, again, they're doing sing-along time. You guys beat Chester. And I'm like, no, let's not do that. Let's like find, if you're going to stay together, do like we did for Queen. We found somebody else to be like Freddie Mercury that sounds like him and have that if you're going to do that to keep the band going and honor that person. And Emily, maybe they're really good friends, but I think that, it doesn't sound like Linkin Park. But I think the biggest thing really it comes down to is beyond that, though, GR, is like talk to the family. Talk to the family a little bit. Like he made that comment about how they didn't even offer me a ticket to the concert, and it's like he just found about it in the trades like everybody else, and then he's getting ripped apart online. So it's just sad. It's just sad.
Oh, but Brian, it's two different, as you said, it's two different things. I mean, I'm not trying to disparage this young woman. I'm sure she's an incredible talent.
Yeah.
But she is not him. And so the songs are not going to be what they recorded.
Yeah.
There'll be a different version of it.
100%.
So you can't
Different band.
you can't retro the songs. You're not re-recording them.
No, you're not. Well, they
How are
might.
gonna be the same?
I don't think they will, but they might.
Well,
Just do them live probably. Then they have a new album coming out, so the new album will be either the new, step or the next stage of Linkin Park moving forward. So you're gonna have a whole different sound then. But they're still gonna play these at concerts. Of course they are. People want to hear like all the hits. In the end, of course, Crawling in My Skin, all that stuff. They want to hear it. So I don't know. I just feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for the kid.
It's tough. It's tough when you have you look at the themes that run through the lyrics of Linkin Park. There's a lot of like pain and attempts at growth, but it's just sad because 80% of people like they're not paying attention to the content of what the music is, and that just kind of makes it extra sad that this kid's getting hassled.
Yeah, and as Lexi said, two of the original band members are leaving. Of course, one of them said that he just wants to be in the studio, so he's gonna do studio stuff, but he doesn't want to tour anymore. That's why he's not there. But that could just be like a cop out too, of just kind of a way to just not be involved with this as well. So it's just a tough thing when you're reforming a band after someone's committed suicide. Look at we talked about Dave Grohl earlier. He just moved out and made a new band. He made Foo Fighters. He was and most of that band's there. Pat Smear's there. You look at the band, it's like Nirvana 2.0, except it's not now. It's something different. And they play once in a while Nirvana songs. For the most part though, it's Foo Fighters. That's what I think they should have gone to. And then she could have been there and people wouldn't have cared. And maybe this poor kid wouldn't get death threats. It's just sad. But it is what it is, and please just leave people alone, everybody. Leave people alone and be nicer. Be nicer, be kind. We all, love music, and Linkin Park's back, so we'll see where that goes from here. We as well. But also, I want to talk about some AI stuff too, because AI is in the news a lot. All this digital replacement stuff. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it right? Is it wrong? We did it a long time ago, back in 2016, for a Star Wars story, and now there's a lawsuit for that. Can we talk about that in Kruse Court? Now it's time for some Kruse Court. Trial has started. We are in session. And Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, came out December 16th, 2016, a long time ago. And there's a lawsuit that's been building up ever since that day. And now the High Court in London ruled that Tyburn Film Productions, who was behind, well, that's actually the production studio that was behind Moff Gideon. I was saying Moff Gideon. Why do I say Moff Gideon? That's why my brain's Moff Gideon. It's like there's so many Moffs in Star Wars. It's insane. But they're actually behind this whole lawsuit right now, trying to take down Disney, because Industrial Light and Magic's advanced computer-generated technology resurrected legendary actor for this. And because of that, they're suing. And they've been suing because they said you didn't have the rights to do this, you didn't have any kind of advanced knowledge of this, and all of a sudden this movie comes out and Peter Cushing is now resurrected and put back on the screen again when he shouldn't be. And then apparently he had a whole thing with Disney where he signed something before he passed away, where he said that they could not use his likeness unless this company gave permission to Disney. And they're saying they didn't have it. Now the company's gone to court. They've been trying to fight this for years. They've been told they don't have a case, but now they have finally had it, and now it's moving forward in the court of law. Well, I should say in the court of London. And prior to his death, this all went forward again. But one of his best friends actually runs the company right now, and he's the person that was coming forward to be like, guys, this is wrong. This should be thrown out. I don't understand this. We never got anything from Disney, and I don't understand how you just move forward and just like take my friend's likeness and put it out there. His name's Kevin Francis, who actually runs it, and is one of his dearest friends. And so the court came forward and said, okay, we'll let this happen. Now, the judge himself was kind of like, well, this doesn't seem like it has like that much basis to go by, but he did say that because there is a lot of factual inquiries that should go down, and it's just, it's still arguable. It's not unarguable, it's still arguable. We should be able to take it to the court and see what happens. So it is finally going to trial since 2016. They've been fighting since 2019 to take this to court. But the biggest thing is this has been happening. Look at Alien Romulus. We just did that. That just came out. We actually brought back Ian Holm, who was in that movie, in the original Alien movie. We resurrected him. Look at Ghostbusters Afterlife. We did that too. But that was like, these people had authorized. It was right. It's like very attached to these projects. They had the right of the family. That whole contract for SAG-AFTRA, for AI and resurrections and stuff, we passed a lot of laws that have come down to the state. This wasn't there at this time. But Peter Cushing was a big time actor. People loved it at the time, but we didn't know that they didn't have the rights to do it. This is a bigger conversation. Is this right? Is this wrong? Should this be happening? Are more cases like this going to be moving forward in the court of law because AI is resurrecting people, bringing them back, put those little dots in your face and making these actors come back to life? I think it's going to get worse. And I think that this might set as precedent if they can actually win in the court of law, which I don't know if they can. I really don't know if they can. Angela, what do you think? Let me get you on the stand here, Angela. I want the truth. I want the whole truth. I want nothing but the truth, Angela. What do you think?
Handle the truth.
I can handle the truth, Angela.
I don't think you can.
Do you think this is set a precedent? And will they actually have a chance, you think, in the court of law? That's a long time in the making. They say they have rights that Disney didn't sign, but will this set a precedent moving forward that will maybe stop this from happening?
They say a lot of things, don't they?
They do.
They always say a lot of things. I mean, I don't know. I think will there be a precedent set? Maybe. I think that's kind of contingent upon what, unfolds here. I mean, it clearly seems like there's, the plaintiff's claims are, a little bit like the alleged Disney didn't have permission to use, Cushing's likeness through special effects and all that stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I think anytime you're going up against a beast, right, like Disney, I don't really know. I feel like it's I don't know. I'll just say, like, it's not always, I see that there's obviously things kind of brewing here that, may be in favor, but at the same time, I don't know. Honestly, it's always up in the air. It's a toss-up. It depends on who the judge is and how good your attorneys are, to be honest with you. It really is. I mean, anything can happen at the drop of a dime. I've covered many different court cases and entertainment-related, situations. So, yeah, it really just kind of comes down to, like, who does a better job of presenting their side, I guess.
Is this a bigger issue though, Angela? Like, again, we've been talking about this, you've heard about this in the news recently a lot, the AI thing, right? And I feel like that a lot of people are trying to attack these situations. So maybe that's a thing, like something like this could lead to more cases going back in time, maybe. That's what I thought when I first heard this. People are like, let's go back and like fight this.
Oh, probably. I'm sure it will, right? Because it's like with the introduction of AI now, you're like, AI has been around. Everyone thinks AI is super new. It's not. It's been around. But now we're conditioned to hearing it more in the sense of what it is, artificial intelligence. So, yeah, I think it will. There's definitely a possibility that it'll, maybe bring, things from the past, present, and then we'll start seeing more different, adaptations of things that have kind of gone on. And yeah, I definitely think we'll definitely see that probably. For sure. Yeah. Yep.
And people are saying they look real. That's the whole thing. Like even Alien Romulus, like I liked they brought Ian Holm back, but I'm like, I looked at that too, and it was kind of, it's all right. right. You know, it wasn't the best CG. It wasn't the best. But then again, he's supposed to be a robot, so like I guess that works.
I haven't seen it yet, but
Okay, well, slight spoiler, but it's there's a lot of tie-ins to the original Alien movie. If you're a fan of the series, a lot of tie-ins, and I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a fan like that, you'll love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're like I told you before, they're always looking for ways to make money, right? Like if you can, the Alien like franchise, I mean, that's just not going to go anywhere. We're going to keep seeing probably, you know, like Star Wars, right? How that's kind of all, I mean, it's kind of like it's scattered all over the place. I mean, they're going to like 100,000 years in the future, then they're going back like, you know, from like 10 million years beforehand. You know, it's like there's like. Sometimes you just like watch it, you're like, what's going on or what's happening here? Like there's no real, I mean, you got to find a way to make money. So that's kind of where sometimes I get like lost in the fray.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about money though. It's all about money.
It's all about money. How do you make that money?
And as Lexi says, it's all about family too. When you're talking about Fast and Furious, it's all about family. But I agree with that. I see the chat going on here too. I think that, you know, Paul Walker looked better in Fast and the Furious than Peter Cushing looked in. By the time I was like, Peter looked just like him. Oh my God. Oh, he's back. Grand Moff Tarkin. I was so excited. So like the nerd inside of me, that guy's name now. There it is in my mind, like Grand Moff Tarkin. But I just like, I think this is a slippery slope. I mean, they're using it though for all the kind of technology in Marvel. The dots in your face. Hell, as you guys know, like I worked on Ant-Man Quantumania and I was Paul Rudd. They didn't do that stuff they were using. They were doing like, you know, manipulative angles and stuff. So I didn't look at my face that much. And I was running the scenes, but that's what they do. They just find people that look like them because they can't get the actors at the time, but they're also going to bring these actors back to life. That's just where we're going. GR, what do you think? Is John Wayne next, GR? We have the next big Western coming forward where John Wayne comes back to life. Are you ready for that? Are you excited about that? Can I put you on the stand, GR? I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth from the water's thirsty daddy man himself, GR. Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
Don't skip out,
Unless
GR.
you've got written permission from the actor or actress.
GR's like, it's not going to happen.
I mean, the British courts are a lot stricter than ours. And I was shocked when a British judge came out with an opinion in public. I've never heard that.
The High Court, GR. And
The British courts are very strict on anything about a case until it's settled. So that guy could be in some serious trouble.
You said the
I mean,
British courts?
That
What'd you
yeah.
say?
Yeah, the British court. Yeah, that's who was moving forward this. And honestly, I was
their piece on. They don't play games. Like they're serious.
they had the
No, they
wigs.
don't.
They had it
Yeah,
all
the
going
wig.
on.
The wig. I mean, look at
That's how
It's-
I
it's-
gets
in America.
to be a British judge.
a barrister. Right?
Like
That's
here. But I
Here
would do
he.
say this. They have put a lot forward. The Johnny Depp thing was the first one done there, and then it came here. I'm gonna say maybe it's gonna set a precedent there. That's what I keep thinking, that it'll come to here. And I was shocked because I'm like, 2016, this movie came out. That's a long time ago. And then I know the courts move slow, but like there was no judge that was taking this for a long time. And finally, someone said, okay, it's not completely not unrealistic. So let's try to move forward and see what happens. I just don't think like. I think it's a bad thing in general, bringing dead people back. I think it's a problem. I think once you start doing that, you're taking away jobs from upcoming actors. It's going to lead to all these people just never going away. I love the actors. I love them. They great art form they bring. But if the problem is you're gone, unfortunately you're gone, and now you're not leaving the path for someone else to rise to greatness too and to thrive in this business. I just think it's a problem. And so we'll see.
I agree with you, Brian. I think it's definitely a slippery slope of danger, right? Because if you're going to start using CGI and like you use someone's body and then you put someone else's like, somebody who's dead's face on it, like, I mean, yeah, you are taking away jobs from people, right? Because there's enough people out there that are lookalikes to actors, right? I mean, you look like people. I probably look like some people. Mike looks like people. GR, you look like, some famous people. Just start throwing us in the mix, right? We're all talent.
Yeah.
So, what is the deal? So yeah,
We can get in there.
CGI for everything, maybe for a few things, but we don't need it for.
Peppy, how do you feel about this, Peppy?
Guys, sometimes people suck.
It's true, man. Sometimes people suck. Mike. Mike, how do you feel about this? I gotta put you on the stand, man. I get you up there. I need
kangaroo
truth, Mike. I need the truth, Mike. It is a kangaroo court. Hey, leave it alone. I think it will be tonight. But what do you think? Hey, man, I'm gonna hit that gavel down hard. Do you think that this is a good thing for the business, that this case is moving forward? Can it help this big cause that's been happening? Again, SAG's been trying to stop it. There's bills going through Congress. The No Fake Act is being pushed through right now. California just passed a law that's supposed to help AI rights to stop this from replacing people. The dead are gone. Is this like a form of pissing on their grave by doing this? Or is this, how do you feel about this situation? I mean, Grand Moff Tarkin was a long time ago. Can this really be the case that breaks this mold?
It's a lot of questions there.
You get all the questions.
It's an interesting query. You asked why now, and I think you gave us the answer too, which is that it's been 8 years, but 8 years ago we didn't have the AI protection bill 2602 that just passed, saying you got to compensate people. I know the first thing when I saw Peter Cushing in that movie that they brought him back, I was like, oh yeah, wow, this is amazing. I'm sure they must have paid the estate to obtain those rights.
Yeah,
like that was the first thought in my mind when I saw him. And this goes back some years. Like you had Crispin Glover for Back to the Future 2.
Oh, they fucked him a little bit. Yeah,
they fucked him over because they tried to do a simulated character of him, and he won. So there's precedent in this stuff. Peter Cushing's estate is gonna get the money. This is great because this is early days for AI legislation. Let it be known. It was great when 2602 was passed. That's kind of a milestone moment. And now I think you're going to get those floodgates open because the public is beginning to understand what the ramifications of this issue are. You can't just steal people's face and their vibe and their mojo and not compensate them for it. Like, you can't just profit off what other people are doing. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone's been doing it. Everybody's been doing it for a long time.
It's
and look
not
at
new. I'm thinking in 1997 there was a Fred Astaire commercial where he's dancing with the Dirt Devil. Like that was the earliest bringing back someone from the dead that I can recall.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Fred Astaire's estate, as they should, were compensated very generously for that commercial.
I would think so. I would hope so, at least. I would hope they would be. But here you go. You have this actor that was playing him. They do this. It looks very similar to Peter Cushing in a lot of ways, kind of same facial structure, bone structure. And then you put the dots on and you have your way in post. It's a big thing. I don't know. It's just fascinating to me. I'm not sure where this will go, if this will work out for them, if the estate will actually win. That's the question. Thirsty Daddy.
Brian, there is no estate.
Well, it's a production company.
Right.
Yeah, because his family is all passed away. There's nobody in Peter Cushing's estate, so to speak.
So do they have?
So do you think that
they have rights to his image then?
He says, well, his friend Francis was saying that they do.
Well, if Francis says so.
Yeah. He was saying that he signed a law. Yeah, he was saying that they signed something before he died that said that they had the rights. And because of that, that's why they can fight this.
In perpetuity? Does it have to be like upon death in perpetuity? That's like if you're living. But perpetuity is kind of a
big word for this show.
Throughout the universe.
Yeah, throughout the universe and wherever you die and disintegrate and turn into particles. I feel like kind of ridiculous.
Definitely.
The language there is always a little, dodgy.
Scary, yeah.
It's definitely
perpetuity past my death, like that still lives on. Because it would depend if it was like signed.
Perpetuity means forever.
Right, but yeah, but there's different rulings of that. If it was under survival, so if he signed a contract of some kind back when, and there was a survival, in
a survival clause.
Yeah, a survival clause, and there could be some standing there for them, but I don't know.
That's the question. We'll see. This is going to go to court. There's no trial date set quite now. They're talking about. They are setting it forward. This judge said there is an opportunity. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I just think this could be a precedent for Hollywood. It could really change things. I think it could maybe help them maybe fight this big grand cause we've been talking about for a long time. But only time will tell. Thirsty Daddy, you don't think it's gonna?
What's your ruling, Your Honor? You gonna
Yeah,
give
well,
us a
my
ruling?
ruling-
I'm not trying to pimp you out here. I just want to
Yeah.
know.
Pimping you, we're going to pimp you out.
I was going there, Mike. I was going to
I
ask Thirsty Daddy if he had any more last thing to say, because I kind of gave him the short end of the string today. You know.
Go ahead, Your Honor. Claim a verdict.
Okay, here's what I say.
Declare.
I'll say at the end of the day that because of what we're saying, it will have an impact. I think overall it's hard to fight Disney, but I think because if you have any kind of legality here, any kind of, we got this far, it's going to stop something. And once it stops something, it causes somebody else to go, huh, that maybe I could do that. Huh, maybe I could do that. And if this one doesn't cause it, more people will step forward and try to fight the machine to stop this from happening. I think it's already happening. The wheel's already turning, guys, with all these things happening. This is only going to help push it a little bit faster down that hill. And eventually, more people will be like, I maybe can step up and have some rights here that I never thought I had before. And at that point, hopefully it protects more people's families, estates, their legacy from being fucking driven down a path they never wanted. You know, they never won. Look at Robin Williams. He signed something too. 20 years, he said, you can't use me till after I die. A lot of people don't want this. And I think this might start the end of it. It might. But the end that I thought was done for Goonies is not the end, because everybody, there's something going on now. Goonies 2 might be coming. So can we talk about that in our featured story of that night? Hey, you guys! So I don't know if I really believe this yet, but I have heard rumblings about this movie for a long, long time. And you know, Corey Feldman came forward multiple times, being like, we're working on it. We're talking about like a year ago or something like that, he said. But now there's a report coming out that Goonies 2 is moving forward, hopefully to be released by 2026, 2027. That's the idea, bringing back as much of the original cast as they can. Now, think about this. Like, most of the cast have still been doing stuff. We talk about Josh Brolin, not the biggest part of Goonies, but still very substantial name that was in this as well. On top of, look at the whole cast here. Sean Astin. I love Sean Astin. If you don't know Sean Astin, of course he's from Goonies. Of course he's from Rudy, and he was in Lord of the Rings, and he's a big part of SAG-AFTRA. He's on the board. Amazing human being. One shout out to him because he's always fighting for the people out there. He really is. I love him. He's great. Corey Feldman too, fighting for this. Jeff Cohen, Ke Kwan. Oh my God, Ke Kwan, the renaissance he's had for his career. If you can bring him back, but they're saying that the ideas are endless. There's no plot. There's no script. Their ideas, they're supposed to get their team together by this coming summer to start writing and developing and then start shooting. So endless opportunity. Yes, what do you do? Like Goonies kids. The thing about this is I would watch this. I'm a Goonies kid, guys. I love the Goonies. I remember being a kid watching this on a VHS tape that got ran out, like barely saw, it gets like static and shit after a long time. So it's not playing too well on that VCR. Probably last longer than that VCR actually ran. I'm about it. I love it. But I would say this though. It's like, it was such a good movie to be its own little world. We had the Truffle Shuffle. It all worked at that time. It was a movie of its periods. It's a kids coming of age movie that has only influenced multiple kids coming of age movies. We had that Star Wars show coming out. That's pretty much Goonies in space. We had Super 8. Super 8 was like Aliens, but meets Goonies. Stranger Things. Right? You were in that, Mike?
Yeah.
Stranger Things too. I think that's good. But I don't know if we necessarily need this. I would watch it. If you can find a way to bring this cast back together, fucking go for it. And I think it's good. It's good nostalgia bait. It is. But what do? Is there another treasure you go out and find? Maybe. One Eye Willie's gone. We're like, what do these kids do? Go back to this hometown. It worked for Beetlejuice. Maybe there's a story here. I mean, I would be there because I love this, and I'll be there in the theaters. I just think a lot of people probably wouldn't gravitate this unless it's like a reboot. But it's not going to be a reboot. Angela, what do you think? Are you a Goonies fan? And do you think there's a world that we can make this work to be a sequel after so long?
I love the Goonies. The movie was just on the other day. It's always like, I love that movie. It's like it's our cult classic, right, from the 80s.
So good.
I mean, I'm a fan for it. I think it'd be interesting to see what they choose to do. I know everybody's, more mature now, so that might be interesting in terms of how they're going to like shape a storyline for this, like what they might do. I mean, kind of like what you said. I think piggybacking off that, it's like maybe. I mean, could we do without it? Probably. There's never anything really better than the original. I mean, sometimes there is, but I mean, can you kind of agree with me, you guys? There's not
Yeah.
really. I mean, the original is the original. Like, it's just, I mean, they're kids. It kind of gives that, like, it's like back in that day when, like, it came around and it was, I mean, that's a scarier, completely different storyline.
I associate those movies too for some reason, Angela.
I
They
do
both
too.
kind of have, for
It's a
some
group
reason.
of kids. They all have a different,
Mhm.
they're all different backgrounds and they have different things going on, but then they all come together for a common purpose.
An
So,
adventure underground.
yeah, a little
Mhm.
adventure underground, and I mean, it's the Goonies. I mean, I love it. I want to see what happens. Like, it's such a great. This is a great clip. I love.
Go on,
I mean,
it's like, ah!
I know, like that's my excitement actually right there. You're portraying it perfectly.
I don't know if he's in a
don't
club
know.
or if he's
What do you-
falling right
what do
now.
you guys think? What?
I don't know if he's in a club or if he's falling right now. I can't really tell. It could be a club.
He's dropping it like it's hot.
Whatever you want it to be. Situation.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Like, who do you think's going to come in and direct this puppy?
Yeah, because Richard Donner passed away. Unfortunately, did the original too. Maybe Mel Gibson can take over because he's taking over Lethal Weapon for him too. I know nobody wants to. I don't think we want to see that. I mean, it might be interesting.
Right. No, I mean, that would be interesting. I don't really know if I want Mel Gibson, but
Sean Levy. Give me Sean Levy.
there's a lot of greats, Like, I always think of, like, John Hughes. Those are, like, my classic. He's, like, my favorite directors of all time. But,
Totally.
Love John Hughes.
yeah. Like,
And plus,
Yeah,
he gets the 80s world too.
yeah, that's all. I mean, I'm nostalgic I'm an 80s lover through and through. So all of John Hughes, love everything. That's obviously different, but Spielberg, I mean, I don't know. Spielberg?
It'd be weird to throw like the Duffer Brothers in on this one and have the Duffer Brothers do it because they did Stranger Things and they kind of get kind
Oh
of
wow,
kids thing. Would
No,
that be,
Rick Bryan. Yeah, that's the vibe is right there.
The sweet spot. That makes sense. I would say that's a good, that'd be a good way to go. Bring them
That'd be
in.
fun.
Yeah. And get some, fresh,
Lexi says
fresh
not
eyes
down.
on there. Somebody a little bit, I mean, granted they've been with, dealing with this, with Stranger Things, but it would be cool to have them on here.
Yeah, they're running up that hill.
Wasn't that crazy that the song just went like skyrocketed? I mean, it made a whole resurgence.
I called that. I got so into
It
Kate
blew
Bush
up.
the year before that happened. I was like, Kate Bush is
I
good.
just
Everybody's
looked, they were
sleeping
walking.
on it.
Yes, today. I mean, like she's on my regular playlist.
Oh, she's incredible.
When
The drama is through the roof.
Yeah.
Take it over.
I'm sorry. I'll stop saying.
I love that building.
Jumping off that job.
You guys are not a rock group, okay?
Oh my God, this isn't even a Friday show.
It's not even a Friday show. Nope.
I don't know. Is it a Friday show, GR?
Yeah, GR, what do you think? Are you running up that hill for this? Do you want to see this Goonies
Ryan, I took my son to see the movie. He loved it. It was cute.
So good. It's so good, GR. Come on. It's not just cute. It's a good movie, GR. You know it's a good movie.
I didn't say it was bad. I was almost in my 40s by the time this thing came out, Brian.
Oh, that's true. So you can still appreciate it in your 40s, GR.
He loved it.
That's still young.
I didn't dislike it. It's just like,
Got One Eye Willie, GR. Come on, man.
Oh, Willie, yeah. Wait, what
GR
was
was
the
like,
guy's name? What was Baby Ruth? What was his?
Sloth.
Is that his name? Sloth. Yeah.
Sloth.
Hey,
Yeah.
you guys. Yeah.
Let's say potentially a problematic depiction in 2024.
Yeah, it's definitely problematic now, I would
Oh my
say.
God, you know who could
potentially.
play Sloth? Harvey
Who?
Weinstein. I just figured it out.
There it is.
There it is.
That's
What do you
it.
think,
We found
GR?
it.
I
in, the,
like that
Yeah.
casting.
in the
I mean,
Weinstein
wait, no, like
biopic.
CGI.
Nailed.
Maybe like CGI, the eyeball coming like down more on his, couple snaggle teeth.
Yeah, barely any CG, and you're there.
Right, yeah.
And he-
barely. You don't even need to touch the CG, really. On
He rocked that Superman shirt like the best he could. I'm saying he was great. I loved it.
know. I think I tried for the first time a Baby Ruth after seeing that movie.
They weren't bad. I mean, I haven't had one in years.
Weren't bad.
1980.
They're
What
great.
year was it? What year was Goonies again? 1980.
Yeah,
No, 85.
Ooh.
85,
What was
yeah.
it? 85.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Mike. You got to get in there, man. Give me your Goonies knowledge. Tell me, are
Dude,
you
I've been
excited about
dying.
Goonies 3?
I've been exploding during all these takes. I didn't want to cut anybody off. I feel so strongly about this. I didn't come around to the Goonies, Brian, until I was an adult, until I had been dating my wife for...
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably within the first year, she was like, oh, because it's one of those movies that people have incredibly fond thoughts towards, because it's kids adventuring on their lonesome. And this is the important thing, Brian, and this is what I loved as a child. The kids swear.
They do.
So you're not talking down to the children. You're reaching out to them and saying, we respect that you have the intellect to process these naughty words. I don't know. I felt respected. I felt incredibly respected when I heard kids swear. But okay, so it's going to be impossible to recreate, Brian. I'm looking at so Chris Columbus. You guys mentioned John Hughes. Chris Columbus is another massive name in 80s movies for writing and directing. I'm looking through his other credits. Boom, Gremlins, The Goonies, Young Sherlock Holmes.
Great movies. I love
Gremlins
Monster Squad
2.
too, Lexi.
Gremlins
such good
terrified
stuff.
me though, Brian. I mean, I was still scared of those things. I was still checking under my bed, in my closet, and every single camera my parents
the
left.
first one
And
was scary.
I know, right? Like,
And
with that
They're trying to do more Gremlins too.
What?
They're trying to do a Gremlins 3 too. That's been in development too. Gremlins 3. Ever since that Mogwai cartoon did really well. It did really well. The Max, the Mogwai.
I gotta watch that.
I love Mogwais. It's like my favorite. I want
Did really well.
I mean, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda totally
Oh,
stole.
and Baby Yoda, yeah.
Totally
Love
stole the
Baby Yoda.
Gizmo vibe.
Mandalorian. I love Baby Yoda. Like, even though, I was obsessed with I'm obsessed with Baby Yoda. I'm obsessed with Gizmo is like I'm not like the Gremlins are cool, but they scare me still. I don't know what it is. If it's dark, I'm still looking under the couch.
I'm going to get you.
I'm gonna get out. Seriously,
Yeah.
Gremlins 2 was a little softer for the kids.
Yeah, I mean that vegetable one, all the weird, like how they have the weird.
That is nightmare fuel, isn't it? Now that I think about it,
I like the new batch.
I was dreaming about that sexy gremlin with
Oh yeah,
them DSLs.
oh shit! Oh boy!
Come on.
All right, Mike, you're out of here.
No, geez, that's a first.
I love the intellectual one. He's like, let me tell you about what we're doing right now. And he's like, yeah, let's just get animals. And he's like going through the whole thing and he's on the air. I'm like, that was smart. That was funny. I know it didn't do as well, but I love Gremlins. And I love Goonies. I just think Goonies is a fun adventure flick about some kids coming together from all different walks of life and finding some treasure, And it was just fun. And I just think this could be fun again, but we are kind of been influencing a lot of projects beyond this, and maybe that's been good enough for years. But if the gang wants to come back together, and Ki-Hee Wan wants to get all those gadgets going, him and his kid, that could be kind of fun. And Sean asked,
he's so cool. He's so great, and
he's so great.
I loved his Oscar speech. Like that was so humbling and sweet, and just nice to see. I know, don't you? You love him. He's great, and he was just such a what was it? Everything, what movie was that again? Everywhere.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, all at once. I mean, that everybody got had so many nominations and wins. Yeah, but he was so perfect.
Michelle Yeoh was awesome too. Like their chemistry was so good, and I just think that what they did with that Jamie Lee Curtis was amazing. And that again, he was saying how there's no roles for him for years as a kid. That's why he stopped.
He was so sad. Now, it's just kind of like a bit, we talk about this stuff, and I mean, just there. I mean, the diversity push now has changed everything, right? Within like how like SAG and all that stuff that happens. So everything's kind of changed now where there has to be, we're pushing that now into films. Like you have to have, I mean, we didn't see this however many years ago, right? Like within at least the last decade, it wasn't like really this massive like integration of different ethnicities and you know what I mean? It was very, it was pretty singular. I think a lot of times like the same people were getting the same, accolades and getting a same nomination, same people, you know what I mean? It's always been like this. It just kind of is nice to see a fresh like perspective and new people coming in and getting, basically, these talented people coming in and getting awarded for what they deserve, I think. And it's just nice to see that happening now. So
Yeah.
that's my take. I'm glad
it.
that he's here. He's awesome. I can't wait to see what he does in this
So
film.
good.
Yeah.
And Jack, you're right. The remakes probably can't get the original actors back a lot of times. And after so long too, sometimes, people disappear, they stop acting, they pass away. A lot of things can go, happen. So,
but
but
we know
I
Corey
think
Feldman will be there.
Corey Feldman will be there. He was talking about that on Facebook like a year ago, like I was saying. He was like, let's do this right now. Corey Feldman's like, I am ready. Let's rock and roll. I mean, good for him. I'm happy he's still freaking kicking that guy. He's gone through a lot of shit.
I have a lot of respect for Corey Feldman, honestly. Yeah. I'm happy he's still around. I would be. It's just seeing him in this project would make me want to see it more for sure.
Well, because think about how like all of his friends and stuff. He lost a lot of friends growing up in that time. Yeah, like River Phoenix
brave,
too.
Man. He stepped up. He spoke out, dude. He's a predecessor to like the whole Me Too movement. To Harvey Weinstein getting kicked out, pulling that shit out of the organization.
Yeah.
I think
it takes an incredible person. So I'm in awe of him a little bit.
Me too. I'm excited about this. I think this is potential. I think it's potential. GR should be there. Opening day, GR will be there with his popcorn bucket, his Goonie popcorn bucket that'll be like Sloth holding a ship. That's what it'll be. Sloth holding a ship, and it'll be full of popcorn.
Sean will be in it. Chunk.
I think so. Yeah, he's selling real estate these days. He'll be there.
Yeah, he's like an entertainment lawyer now.
Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, he's an entertainment lawyer. Yeah.
Good for him.
Maybe he can do the deal, and then be in it.
Good for him. I'd be all about it.
Yeah.
He can't. He lost a lot of weight though. Last time I saw him, I don't think there's any more truffle shuffling happening. That'd be kind of fun too. He can make fun of him. Like, I'm not doing it, guys. Fuck you guys.
He's like on keto now.
Problematic.
Yeah. Problem. You're right. Problematic. Very problematic. And as you know, like we had Goldie on this show before. Goldie was up for Chunk, and he was supposed to actually be Chunk, and then his agent.
Great Chunk.
He would have been a great Chunk.
He's a hysterical guy.
Yep. And he lost it because of his agent when he was a kid. So it happens. When you're a kid, you can't really control a lot of stuff. So, but this is moving forward, and I can't wait to have more news upon it. But I know we're excited about it. Bring back the 80s. Bring back the Truffle Shuffle. Make it the new dance of the sensation. The 2026 sensation coming back for Truffle Shuffling on the dance floor. And we want more. We want more.
Great part is you're probably right, Brian.
Whoa, Mike. Whoa, Mike.
What's going on over there, Mike?
Mike.
I was Truffle Shuffling, okay? I thought it was appropriate.
Ding dong. Who's there? Mike's nipples. You're on Kruse Control. As always, we appreciate you. Happy hump day. Hope you had a great time. Thank you as always for being here. Appreciate you. And again, we're back on Friday for our next Friday edition. Until then, Peppy will stay classy. We'll be, hopefully enjoy the rest of your week. And again, thank you for sticking through the whole time. As always, Mr. GR Waters, the Thirsty Daddy. Thank you for being here, GR. As always, appreciate you helping out the chats, keeping it calm, clean, and collective. And hopefully had a great time, Jim.
I had a great time. It was fun to be here with you guys.
I appreciate you, GR. It's great. We're going to have some more fun on Friday. Yep. Yeah, we'll have all the fun. Right, Peppy? Peppy's going to be doing some dances, eating some sticky snacks, bringing the alcohol in, make it happen. Hey, I'm not saying you're my puppet, man. I'm just saying, you're bringing great stuff out here. And Peppy's excited about every remake and every dude, all that shit. So he's all about
shut out shit.
Okay, man. All right, man. You do your thing, buddy.
But You're frozen, GR. See ya, bud.
Somebody
Somebody
touched
touched
my
his butt, apparently. Angela, thank you for being here on Cruise Control. Thank you for coming in to help co-host this evening. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the team. It was a lot of fun. I hope you had a great time. Happy Hump Day. And yeah, welcome
Dumb,
to
but,
these
you know, hey.
to the hump. We're all humping our own way on a Wednesday, you know? I mean,
Yeah, right? You just find your own ways to hump.
yeah.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure always. So thank you guys. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. That mug is coming. The mug and the hats and
Oh,
the
yeah. The mug and the hat and the.
you should be getting an email because it's supposed to attach to you too. So let me know if you see that.
Yeah, I will.
Everybody, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please at least hit that like button. It goes a long way. Tell your friends, tell the family, tell everybody. That like goes a long way like this. Join our membership. GR is joined and GR is on the show. And I can't wait for the Thirsty Day to throw some stuff out there. Mr. Mike Casey, our intellectual, frothy, foamy buddy of the week. Thank you for being here.
Buddy.
Buttery buddy of the Wednesdays. Thank you for being here, Mike. As always, hope you had a great time.
You know, I don't feel great that moment was the moment the show went out on, but I figure, I guess everyone has to show their nipples to the internet for the first time. Eventually,
Well, I won't be showing my nipples, but that's okay.
you know, it's only 2024. Like, I think we're all going to be completely scanned. How are they going to create AI doppelgangers of us if they don't have fully nude representations of our bodies?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
this is just the legislation.
Nobody
This
can
is
see CGI my
604.
nipples. That's fine.
Well, Mike,
Well,
that's how
there
you can tell a difference in real life. If the nipples are right, that's people will be showing the nipples off to make sure you know they're actually who they are.
It's like a fingerprint.
It's like a fingerprint.
Hey, that was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for having me, Brian. It's an honor talking to you, GR, as always. Angela, I love everything that you're bringing to the show. It's incredible having you today. Loved you on Friday. I hope you continue to come back because you're great. You got mad skills, and everybody in the chat loves you. And you know why? Because we love everybody in the chat. Paul, Lexi, Queen.
Right.
I mean, we know all you guys. Thanks so much for all your contributing. I thought it was a good time.
Yeah, Paul's right. He's like, we did say something
Burton.
about nipples. Paul's like, something about nipples? Yep,
I did show my nipples one time on the show too, Mike. So you're not alone. It happened one time to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, once you
It
show
gets us
him,
off.
Brian.
I'm with her. I'm not showing mine. Yeah.
I know. I did it one time and never again. I will not tell you what episode that was. If you want to go back and find it, you can, but it is out there somewhere.
Tell me.
I don't know. It was an episode.
You gotta
It was
definitely
definitely-
tease them.
Like
Once you show them the goods, they're not gonna pay
I'll
for your
narrow it down.
OnlyFans account.
I'll narrow it down. It was a Friday show. That makes the most sense because I had a bunch of drinks. I had a bunch of drinks that day. I probably had the most drinks ever on Cruise Control that day. So that was definitely a night.
Okay.
I think I put my vest on over it. I don't know what I was doing. It was the whole time. It was a whole thing.
It's a vest, no shirt, nothing.
Nope. I took it all off and I danced around and I put the vest on and then I ended the show. So
It was appropriate
He
at
was
the time.
flashing people.
yep. I don't know why I did it, but anyways,
Yeah.
thank you all for being here on Cruise Control. As always, we appreciate you. Happy Wednesday. But until
Hump day.
Friday, everybody, happy hump day. But keep spreading that word, everybody. You got to keep telling the world about us because the numbers keep going because of you. You got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents that came down from Neptune, Venus, and all the way past Saturn, past Uranus, slammed smack down in Mike's backyard with all those chinchillas and beavers and bears. And they had that orgy that Mike videotaped at his eyes only fans.
not do
So
that.
check it out.
That is alleged. It's incorrect.
It's actually they all subscribe, man. You know the receipts are there. They all subscribe because of all the chinchillas that love each other, with the beavers, the beavers, the badgers, the kangaroos, and all those people that hop, skip, jump onto Cruise Control Nation. Thank you so much for being here. Watch out for those chickens. They will peck away at you, and the chinchillas will lie to you. They'll play chess and they might beat you, and they might subscribe, but they will beat you at chess and they lie and they cheat. Don't turn your back on the fucking chinchillas. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, subscribe. Please hit that like button. Until Friday, everybody, take care. We love you so much. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll celebrate the weekend on Friday. But until then, everybody, see ya.
Control show. Control show. Cruise control show. Cruise control show.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Cause the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Cause I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.